All right. Hello, everyone. My name is Chris Pappas, and this is my instructional design proposal revolved around sustainability in academic libraries. So first, we're going to go over the purpose of this instructional unit. There's two main purposes. The first is to learn new tools and techniques to enhance sustainability in an academic library environment. And the second is to implement the knowledge learned in an actual academic library by writing proposals and taking the lead on sustainability initiatives. So the first is really just to kind of absorb the material, just kind of learn new facets of sustainability, new tools, techniques that you can kind of equip yourself with. And the second is to actually use that knowledge, go out in the world, go out into your library setting, and actually implement it, try to make some change. So now we have course objectives. The first is learn how sustainability impacts the local region and community and where emphasis should be placed. This is pretty important. This is often overlooked also in sustainability. Every region is different. Every community is different. For instance, in California, we have wildfires we have to worry about. We have drought, lack of water that other places may not, have. They may have totally different natural disasters that they worry about, totally different other fields of emphasis that are more relevant to them. The second objective is consider opportunities to enhance sustainability at a given academic library. So this is just taking it one step further. So not just the region and community, but also the library itself. Just considering different ways that sustainability can help the library. The third is develop tools and knowledge that would apply directly to certain aspects of the academic library. So this is, again, going a step further. So not just considering, but now developing tools and developing solutions, really, to those opportunities around the library. And then the fourth is implement new sustainability measures and techniques throughout the academic library and become leaders of proposed sustainability initiatives and projects. So now that we have, the opportunities and the solutions to those opportunities, it's about really physically going out and actually making change around the library. All right, so now we're on the instruction portion. The first instruction is going to be introductions. So learners introduce themselves and their departments. Now this is simple, but I think it's super important for every instruction, every workshop, to really allow this to happen at the beginning. I think it creates a much more comfortable environment for people to hear from other people, hear from their peers, even if it's just their names. It's just nice to hear voices and names shared, right? It kind of breaks down this anxiety wall a little bit. So the next step is open discussion. So this is taking the introductions a little bit further and now actually hearing from everybody. So present other library sustainable initiatives and consider which could apply to this academic library. So this is kind of a bouncing back and forth between the learners and the instructor to kind of figure out, sort of mold what exactly the library needs specifically, and to kind of figure out maybe a little bit, like create bullet points for what could be done at this library, and also exclude things that aren't as relevant. And that leads into the next portion, which is the presentation. So present on sustainable techniques that learners agreed could be applied at this library. So it's kind of building off the open discussion and actually taking what everyone sort of agreed are the most relevant aspects of sustainability that could be applied to this library, and just presenting on those. There's no reason really to present on fields of sustainability that aren't as relevant or will never truly come up in this library. So it's just kind of, and this will change with each instruction too, library to library. But that's the point of it, is that this instruction can kind of evolve or mold to the specific library that it's being taught at. And then finally is group work. So develop solutions with peers that could be applied throughout the library. So after kind of considering, learning, absorbing all the information that there is to absorb about sustainability measures that can be taken, now this is an opportunity for everyone to kind of get in groups and learn and hear from their peers what could be applied throughout the library and developing solutions with them. And then the follow-through activities, I have 2 here. So first is reconvene as a class and share what solutions were developed during the group work. I think it's important for the groups to kind of come together and share sort of the knowledge within those deep pockets that the solutions they developed, and share that with everybody else, kind of hear from other groups, and just bounce ideas back and forth. I think this instruction is really built upon the concept of discussion, sharing, and learning through peers. And then the other activities to create a questionnaire that will be sent out via email 2 weeks later to determine whether learners felt they retained the material, as well as whether they implemented or proposed any sustainable initiatives within their departments. So this is just for the instructor to kind of see whether the instruction was helpful for more so the long term. 2 weeks, maybe 3 or 4 weeks would be good as well. I have 2 weeks here. And to see whether the learners really did kind of go out and were inspired to make change at their library. Because that's really what this is about. Not just learning, absorbing the material, but actually doing something about it. Becoming leaders in your community, becoming leaders in your library, and making some change. So that's my design proposal. Hope you enjoyed it. Thank you very much.